Comic Book Nation! It's Chris Killian here, 2 days in a row. I know, I haven't been fired yet. This is great. And we here at Comic Book Now are hitting you with the top news stories from the last 24 hours. Today we've got Superman, Doctor Strange, Kingpin, Cat cosplay, and the inevitable return of Jerome on Gotham. Before we get started, I just want to take a second to thank everyone for being so welcoming in the comments yesterday for my first day here at ComicBook.com. It made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. Okay, now that we got all those emotions out of the way, let's get to the news. First off, the Man of Steel. Earlier this summer, rumors began circulating that a standalone Superman film was in the works, and now that has all but been confirmed by Henry Cavill's management, who have went on record to say that a solo Superman sequel is in development. Now, if you stumbled here by accident and are like one of the, 9 people who haven't seen Batman vs. Superman yet, earmuffs. All right. Does this confirm that Superman is coming back from the dead? What? I didn't see this coming at all. Comic book characters, they never come back to life. Either way, so many questions now, right? Like, who's gonna be the villain in this solo outing? Is it gonna be Lex Luthor again? Or Metallo? Maybe Mr. We should have a better idea though by, say, 2018. So that's exciting. In other news, a photo surfaced recently from the set of Thor Ragnarok, and the mighty god of thunder himself was holding a piece of paper that said 177A Bleecker Street. If you don't know what that means, don't worry, we've got your back, because that is the address for Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum. Does this mean that Doctor Strange is going to be making an appearance in the next Thor flick? Speculation is already running rampant about the possible appearance. Will there be a cameo, or is this just a tease to drive all of us crazy? Thor Ragnarok director Taika Waititi, who might have the most fun name that I've ever said. You try it. I mean, if you don't believe me, just Taika Waititi. Anyways, he is staying tight-lipped about it, but all signs are pointing to a likely appearance. Now, raise your hand if you love Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin. That's right. If you love him, if you do too, then good news. If you're like me and you're great at reading into vague answers, D'Onofrio recently did an interview with LMR and admitted that he is not contractually obligated to come back as the Kingpin, but would gladly return if they have something for him. When pressed further to confirm the Kingpin's status in future episodes, Vincent said, "I do know, but I can't answer that, so take that how you..." That's a horrible Vincent. But I'm taking that as a yes. Yeah, Kingpin is most definitely going to be appearing in either the Defenders or the 3rd season of Daredevil, because I am an optimist. Now, if there are 2 things the internet loves, it is cosplay and adorable cat pictures. Yeah, so this next bit of news at Comic Book Meow. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Well, this news is for you, Internet. We have an exclusive article with the fine folks over at Valiant Entertainment, and they are unveiling a series of adorably epic variant covers featuring their most popular characters in cat cosplay. Why, it's so adorable, I can't even stand it. I mean, check that out. Like, I can almost guarantee that my ex-girlfriend is gonna collect every one of these. She's a cat lady. If you guys want to check out all of the Valiant's cat cosplay covers, and why wouldn't you, head on over to ComicBook.com for the full gallery. For the last bit of news we got, the 3rd season of Gotham returns after the weekend on Monday, and Cameron Monaghan, who plays the popular Jerome, ramped up speculation on his character's eventual return when he uploaded this short audio clip to his Instagram account. You guys check it out.
Hello, Gotham.
Yeah, that creepy cackle couldn't possibly be foreshadowing Jerome's transformation into the Clown Prince of Crime at all. Yeah. Speaking of Gotham, you want to tune in next Monday, immediately following the premiere episode of Gotham, for our brand new interview after show, Good Night Gotham. Night with K. Get it? We're clever here. To kick off our first show, we will host an exclusive interview with the amazingly talented Scott Snyder, where we're going to discuss all kinds of exciting stuff you don't want to miss, including how much of his work has influenced the show so far. Now, this just in, we just found out about this a couple minutes before we went on live. If you go over to ComicBook.com right now, we have an exclusive clip from AMC's Geeking Out where they interview Todd McFarlane, represent, and he's showing off some concept art about the Spawn movie that is in development. Now, with all that out of the way, you guys ready to get some questions going? Yeah, you want to do some questions? All right. So, let's do it. I'm going to start off first by taking a question from Twitter, and if you guys on Twitter have any questions for us in the future, make sure you use the hashtag CBNow. CBNow, and we'll do our best to get to it. Now, the first question I have is from Andrew. Any idea on how many post-credit scenes are in Doctor Strange? As far as how many, I'm not really privy to that kind of information at the moment. That's usually at the director's discretion. But going back to our Thor news from earlier, there are a lot of rumors floating around that Doctor Strange is going to tie into Thor Ragnarok. So it's pretty likely that is, if that's true, we'll see at least like one post-credit scene to connect the two, I would guess. But I'm with you. I'd like to know how many there are going to be, because whenever I don't know, I end up staying in the theater until the usher just kicks me out. So yeah, I'd like to know. Now let's go to some Facebook questions. From Damon. Will the popularity of Harley Quinn be enough to carry an entire movie? Well, a lot of people think she was the highlight of Suicide Squad. When our own Lucas was on the set of that movie, Margot Robbie talked about how much she loves the character. But I tend to look at other kinds of trends, and to answer your question, can she carry a movie on her own? Well, if the absurd amount of Harley Quinn Halloween costumes popping up next month is any indication, yeah, I think she could probably handle it. Plus, I think there's been some speculation too. I mean, it's rumors, but there's stuff that there's going to be other characters in it. It's not just going to be Harley Quinn by herself. Whether or not Joker shows up, we don't know, but there are going to be extra characters from that universe. Now, from David, what if they did a reboot of Big Trouble in Little China? Personally speaking, I don't know why anyone would want to mess with perfection. Kurt Russell talking smack and lipstick might possibly be the best thing that's ever come out of the 80s, next to, I don't know, Culture Club, but you're in luck, David. They are working on a reboot right now. John Carpenter is rumored to be involved in some capacity, and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is set to star in it. I can't do that. From Marcus, for the next question. Will Batwoman or Batwing appear in any Batman movies? Well, they did show up in a recent animated movie, Batman Bad Blood, so I guess anything's possible. I would kind of think that maybe Robin or Nightwing would probably appear before either one of them in live action, but you never know. I definitely don't know. So, next question. Last question I think we got time for, from Drew. Is Catwoman coming back, and who is Catwoman? And can we have Olivia Wilde as Catwoman, and Lady Gaga as Poison Ivy? Well, that's a lot of questions. Drew, if you become a casting director, you can have anyone you want. In all seriousness, Catwoman in future Batman movies, yeah, I'd say that's probably a safe bet. Catwoman is crazy popular, so it's almost a matter of when, not if, she returns to the big screen, I would think. Now, Anne Hathaway's actually gone on record, I think this came out a few weeks ago, that she said she wanted to portray Catwoman again, or she'd be interested in it. I doubt that that's going to happen with the two universes being separate, but again, you never know. Now, we're out of time, so thank you again for joining in, and for ComicBook.com, I'm Chris Killian, and again, don't forget, Monday, exclusive interview with Scott Snyder. You guys don't want to miss it. Thank you. See you then.